Alright, so we're here at the Ashbury Church. We got some students from our campus that are helping set up the pumpkin patch. Super excited about it. Getting them community service hours. Alright guys, super hot and sweaty, but just wanted to share with you the pumpkin patch. So this is what the kiddos did, or they helped do, put up all the backdrops and the pallets. It is 11:30, we've been here since 8. The last kiddo just got picked up, so on our way home. Hey! Okay, woo! That was, I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. I already feel it. When I put one of the pallets on the truck and then I like slid it, oh, I felt the pull. I was like, oh. So I've been kind of stretching. Anyway, so let me talk about community service. I know I look a little crazy. It's all right. So, students earn community service hours, and if they do 100 hours, they earn their gold graduation cord. A personal teacher goal of mine is to have all of my freshmen get their gold community service hour cord, 50% of it freshman year, and my sophomores 50% of it sophomore year. So when they leave me, when they leave me to go to junior year across the hall, we have a little cord ceremony per se, because they worked long 100 hours with me, and we do a little ceremony. They buy their own cord, they come in, we order them, I'll do all the thing, and then they get presented their little cord. Personal teacher goal of mine, we will one day be there. Okay, that's what my vision. So should I drive and talk? What's not? So yes, I need to get home. I live just right around the corner, not too far. Hopefully the phone doesn't fall. So, this way, or I should go that way. So, I'm not gonna look at you because I'm gonna look over here, okay? I'm just talking, trying to kill two birds with one stone here. So the students, the goal is to get 100 hours, and that way they can graduate with that. Oof, I need a manicure. So they can, if they continue for 2 more years, they can get their Vanguard Award, which I need to do more research and really learn a little bit more about it, because if I can push some kids to get that, that's great. And you know, community service hours is just, it does good for your heart. It really does good for your heart. It does good for the students. I've seen students that they will they're really shy. They start with the community service things, and then they continue to do it with time, and I can just see the change in them. And from the first time that they go to the last time that they go, or you know, when they graduate, they're just different people. Helping somebody and putting, you know, your sweat, sometimes blood, if you've heard yourself, sweat and your, you know, hard work into something, and then you see it flourish, or you see what ends up happening in the event or whatnot. It just feels good to say, I did that, I helped do that, etc. So anyway, so I try to instill that in my students, to be some kind of a good human. And I have the opportunity to offer the students some of those hours. So when it came about, so Dr. Ryan and I, she's the criminal justice, she's my school bestie. She is our department head now, and she is our campus leadership team representative for CTE. She does a lot for our campus, for our CTE department, and then she teaches criminal justice. She has freshmen and seniors. So anyway, so she and I were sitting chit-chatting, talking, and she's like, oh, I want to do community service, and I was like, oh, me too. And So we started a community service club at school. So she and I, we share a remind, we get different information, we send it out to the kids, and then, we just kind of help get opportunities and offer it to the students. Now, some of these opportunities, we get them in and we don't personally attend. We just say, hey, here you go. Here's your info. We deliver the information. Some of the opportunities we do get to physically be there with the kids. So it just kind of depends. I know she's got like a trunk or treat with a police station somewhere, and I know she does that, and then I do some. And anyway, so some we don't go to, and they just are opportunities students can attend. So it just kind of depends on what is out there, what's available. But I know it does. Before I had the baby, we did tons. Look, I thought about this earlier. I was like, I should log my community service hours to see how much time I've put in this. I need some kind of a trophy or something to show like all of the things. I'm kidding, I don't need a trophy, but definitely I've put a lot of time in over the years. But we used to do a lot before COVID. Of course, COVID cut a lot of that out, and so we're starting to get back into it. And so I love the opportunity to do things. I just love to be in the mix and the know, and I just like to be involved. I just like to help. I'm a helper. If I see something not going right and doing right, since I see something broken, I just want to fix it because I just want to fix it. I just want to make the world a better place. And so I'm just doing that however I can. Something that I do volunteer for or like do sign up for, like I did the Skills USA coordinator position last year. And I really tried my best to like make the organization for District 8 better. But there's some things that I can't do, right? Like it really needed someone for that particular position. It really needed somebody that can dedicate 100% of their time to it to get it out of the hole that it was in. And I'm not talking financially, I'm just talking just like a general, to get it out of where it is and put it at the level it needs to be so it can be taken to the next level, because there's so much potential there. It just needs a person that can dedicate the time so that it can be the best that it can be. That person is not me. I mean, I'll help. I will help as I've done before. I will help. I hope I've started turning it in the right direction. But some things I do like to volunteer for, but when I feel like it drains me and takes too much time out of my family, now that I have my son, if it takes too much, I just pick and choose what works best for me now. Before before my kid, I definitely just would do it no matter what, and so you grow, you learn, you mature, you live and learn your lessons, and you move forward with those lessons in mind. So with now, I'm in my neighborhood. I have the opportunity, or I got the opportunity to, and I don't know that I've ever told y'all the story. So we moved to this neighborhood called Pine Brook, and they have community events. I think a lot of neighborhoods had that. I've never had that in a neighborhood that I lived that I was aware of, but they do here, which I thought was really cool. And I have a little kid, so I'm going to take my kid to those things. I thought it was really cool to live somewhere where they offered that. And so in the newsletter that we got, it said on there, hey, if we don't have volunteers, we're not going to be able to have the Easter egg hunt. And I was like, I want my kid to go to an Easter egg hunt in our neighborhood. Yeah, I'll volunteer. So I called and I said, I'll help. And they said, here you go, all yours. And the lady's like, I'm moving, we're leaving, I can't do it anymore. I think she still lives here, to be honest. I totally understand why she said what she said, but or maybe she thought she was leaving and ended up not moving or whatever. But anyway, so I got kind of put on my plate, which is fine. I love it. I love doing it. I love seeing the community come together. I love knowing that I make a difference somewhere. My ultimate favorite quote is from Gandhi. Be the change you want to see in the world. I know it's used frequently, but seriously, y'all, be the change you want to see. If you see something and you're not liking it, don't sit there and just be and complain about it. Like, get up and do something about it. And that was kind of, well, I don't want these events to go away. I want my son to be part of it. So, hey, how can I help? And so that's just kind of where choose from. And so these opportunities that I'm so blessed to be able to offer to my students, once a month from April to December, we have an event. This year we didn't do anything in September, but we have once a month, we have an event. They give me a budget, we buy the things, we schedule, I buy the things, I schedule it, I do all the planning, I do all the coordinating. But it allows me to offer community service opportunities monthly between those months to my students, and they get to benefit from it by getting their hours for their cord, which goes towards my goal of doing that little cord ceremony, getting their cord. Yes, they can wait till their senior year to get their cord, but the thing is that if they wait till their senior year, prom, graduation pictures, graduation ring, letterman jacket, like there's so many expenses. Besides that, you have to go ahead and wait and move, wait to, do all the financial stuff for college, and you probably don't have a job or whatever, It's expensive your senior year. So if you can get some of those cords ahead of time, hey, let's do that. Another thing too, I think we're gonna change it, but if you're in Skills USA for 3 years, if you compete for 3 years, you can get a cord, which is a red and a white cord. That's our rule. You get it. You have to compete for 3 years. I think because of COVID, we moved it to 2, but I think with this freshman class, we're going to make it 3. So that's good. That's participation. As far as for, what's the other one they can get? If they pass their, oh man, these cars are coming fast. If they pass their written exam, they get the pink cord. If they get their license, they get their gray CTE stole for their certification. If they donate blood 4 times once a year, then they get their blood cord. Assuming it's red. I don't know the colors of all of these. But in the welcome packet, I have a list of all of the cords that are available on campus. If you read and log X amount of hours, then throughout the 4 years, and you reach this many hours because you read, then you're able to document that, and you reach that goal, then you get your literacy cord. And if you graduate with all your credits because you do good school and your grades are good, then you get that cord and the medal and the. So I always tell my kids, like, look, you want to be decorated when you're walking across the stage. When the seniors do their last senior walk, the morning before they graduate, you walk through the halls for the very last time, and everybody else comes down to the hallway, and there's music, and I have little pom-poms, and I think it's recorded in here somewhere at some point. But I tell my students, look, you're going to see one of 2 people. The student that has the amazing smile, and they're excited, and they're decorated, they're walking, and clink, 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 all the stuff is, dangling on their neck and making noise, and they're walking, and it's like falling off of them, and they're huge smiles because within the 4 years they did all the things. And then you have the students that they have nothing. Last year I saw a kid in pajamas, and I was like, okay. He had nothing, not even a graduation. I'm like, is he graduating? I think everybody graduated, but I'm like, is he graduating? Did he forget? Did he sleep? Obviously slept in. So, I always tell my students that are watching, and they're 9th or 10th grade, typically they're 10th grade because sophomores are in the morning. I say, I want you to pay attention to that, and I want you to decide today which one you want to be when you graduate. Which senior do you want to be? The decorator with the happy smile and proud, or the non-decorated? When they announce your certifications and stuff, do you want to be the one standing up, or just the one sitting there? And so in order to encourage that, I have to be able to offer those opportunities, and I have to also demonstrate to demonstrate to my students, like, hey, I can be there with you too. I'm going to be there, helping you. I'm going to help give you that opportunity. I'm going to open the door for you, but I need you to walk through it. And then once you walk through it, then I'm going to walk in with you. And so that's what these opportunities are for. And I'm so super, super blessed and excited, and just happy that I'm proud that I'm able to have these connections with our neighborhood or our churches. So this church was our Coach Waller's, his church. And so we were able to get this opportunity. I know his wife, and so I emailed her this year. I was like, hey, can you can you tell me the dates ahead of time so I can, post it on our stuff, and that way the kids can sign up? And she got that going, and we had a good showing of kids. And so they came out, and we moved pallets, and we set up the pumpkin patch display, all the art and stuff. And then we're going to next, I'm going to be out of town, so I'm not going to be able to be there. Unfortunately, I'm so disappointed. My husband has a race. We're going to Kerrville, but next weekend, the truckload, the 18-wheeler is going to come in with pumpkins, and then the students all get in a line. It's so cool. If you've never seen how they do a pumpkin patch, everybody gets in a line, and you pass a pumpkin. And you keep passing the pumpkin from the truck to where the pumpkin goes in the pumpkin patch. And they have I like the little pumpkins and put them in order. It is the coolest, most neatest thing to watch if you're into all of that. And so I won't be here, but hopefully a lot of my kiddos will be here and they'll help. And then when they take pictures and bring their family or look back, it's in a church. They don't have to go into the church, okay? It's in the outside. So we talk about that, how I'm not trying to change your religion or anything like that. It's not, you're just volunteering your time for the community, because the church in the end is a community thing, right? So you're giving back. Doesn't mean you got to go kneel or baptize or do all the things, although if that's your thing, that's great. If not, that's okay too. So I'll make sure I'm very clear about that. I'm not trying to, influence you in any way of any sorts. It's just helping put the pumpkins out. And so when you come to the pumpkin patch, again, it's outside with your family. You can say, hey, look, I helped build this. I helped put this together. And so it kind of gives them a little sense of pride and joy. And so that's what we did today. We're all sweaty and stinky and muddy and gross because it was kind of muddy out there. Thank goodness it rained yesterday, because it would have been very hard to put the stakes in the ground. But anyway, so that's what we did today, and I've got lots of work to do. Monday I've got to go into school super early because we left a huge mess in the classroom from the from the father-daughter braid workshop. I didn't get to record. It was just crazy everywhere, and then cleaning, and it was a hot mess. I was probably there till 8 yesterday, and then anyway, so it's just rocking and rolling. The year's going great, and hopefully this encourages you guys to find this community service. If your school district does have the opportunity for a court for your students, and if not, it's okay. You do your own little certificate for them. But it's just really nice to teach your students, because in a salon, businesses, it's very important for businesses to be known for their community service, for their outreach to the community, the things that they do. And a lot of businesses, they have to meet certain numbers, quotas, certain things to give back to the community. So community service hours even. So it's important to instill that in your students when they're young, not in the beginning level, so that when they get out into the salon and they do have events and opportunities like, wigs for people that have gone breast cancer, and then, they don't have hair, and it's a donated thing. Donate your time and your talent, right? You don't necessarily need to donate your money. It's just, what do you know? What gift do you have that you can gift to somebody that doesn't have it? So anyway, I hope that encourages somebody to go out there and be a good human being and teach your students to be good little human beings, so that we can make the world a better place, because that is what we need. All right, gotta get out of here. Good talk to you. See ya. Bye.